How's it going, everybody? I want to talk about the state of Diablo 4. I want to answer the question: is it worth the price tag? Is it worth buying in 2024? And there's a lot of things to consider. There's lot of different gamers' opinions, play styles, and a lot of other factors that go into it. It's not a very easy yes or no answer. Um, right now, I believe Diablo 4 is on Steam for $40. It's on sale. And there was an announcement it's coming out for Game Pass for the Xbox guys. So it's a decent price, and you can get your hands on it, especially with the Xbox if you're a subscriber to Game Pass. As for me, I'm a casual player. I'm not a hardcore blaster, vacuum suck all the content. I have a life outside of gaming, so I roughly play 6 to 8 hours a week, maybe if that, sometimes less. I'd say on average around 6 to 8 hours, maybe 10 hours. Um, so I don't play a whole lot, but I'm able to complete each season. Uh, I'm able to finish all the content and level up my character to max level, which is 100 right now. Um, haven't finished this season yet, but I think as a casual player, there's enough content to keep me interested. I am a diehard D2 fan. I grew up with D2. I played it my whole life. I still play it. It is definitely my top 5 most played games. Probably my most favorite game that I've played. And when D3 came out, my expectations were pretty high, and I was very disappointed. D3 is nothing like D2. So when D4 was announced, I kind of had the same thought process as this game is going to be nothing like D2. It's going to be more like D3. And I was surprised because there is a lot of aspects that are similar to D2. I would say it's more like D3 than D2, but it's a nice middle ground. I think they did a pretty good job of balancing it and appeasing players, fans of both D2 and D3. So I played the demo. I played all the seasons so far. It came out in July, I believe, and so it's 8 months later. I'm still playing it. So I think with that, my simple answer is yes. Yes, but or yes with an asterisk, right? So as a casual player or for casual players, I think it's definitely worth it. There's a lot of content in here to keep you interested, to keep you busy. Um, I've been playing for 7, 8 months now. I still haven't max leveled all my characters. I played the Druid, I played Necromancer, now I'm playing Barb. I still haven't maxed out Sorcerer, and I have not maxed out the Rogue. So there's still stuff that I can do in the game. I've done some in-game stuff. I haven't really done much PvP. I haven't. I've fought Duriel a few times. I have killed Lilith once. Um, there's still a bunch for me to do as a casual player. And another thing is for noobs to ARPGs. I think it's a good game to kind of introduce you because there's not a whole lot of crazy confusing mechanics in the game. So I think for those types of players, I think yes, but there's other factors to consider. So let me go over reasons of the yes part, right? The campaign is great. The story is really good, and that's kind of surprising because D2. I mean, this the lore is really interesting, but the as far as the campaign goes, it's kind of lackluster. So with D4 coming into this, it's very it's definitely kept me captive. I think it's very interesting and it's fun and it's great. The campaign's great. Another thing is there's tons of updates all the time. There's new seasons every 3 or 4 months or so. So you're getting free content all the time. So with that $40 price tag, you're getting free content, you're getting fresh things and ideas and gameplay to go about it. And that's more to say than a lot of other games have to offer, right? Another thing is that there's a lot of developer support, and this could be positive or negative because there's a lot of controversy right now. Um, the with each season that's come out, it's been a roller coaster ride, ups and downs. This season sucks. Everyone's crying about it, and everyone's disappointed. Second season, this season's great. Everyone loves it, but there's always problems. And now this third season came out, and everyone's disappointed again. Everyone's jumping ship. Um, but the thing is, the developers are trying, right? They're passionate about this game. It's a work of art to them. They want their players to be happy, right? Um, but there's a lot of bureaucracy in it. There's a lot of things that they're trying to do. They're trying to appease everybody, and I think it's impossible. Um, but the developers are they're busting their ass. They're working hard in trying to get the best content out there for the players, right? And I think that's a good thing because a lot of games don't have that. Um, Blizzard Blizzard's idea and mentality for D4 is long term, right? They want to they want to keep fans in their pocket, and they want to keep continually making money off of this game, which means that they're going to continue to support this game for a while. It hasn't even been out for a year yet. So I think we're still in the beginning stages of the game, and the game, in my opinion, should have probably been delayed a bit. It's not a finished game. And with the new seasons coming out, it's almost as they're using players kind of as a testing, uh, almost like a beta test, right? They're not testing the seasonal content enough before they release it, and that's why I think there's lots of ups and downs. So there's different ways they could go about that, but that's just how it is, and that's fine because when they release the seasons, at least in the last 3 seasons, there's been a lot of uh, hate that goes into it. A lot of people or gamers that voice their opinions saying this sucks, this needs to be fixed. And the good thing is that the development team is quick on fixing those things. They answer back and say, okay, here you go, we're fixing this. And they've done a pretty good job of doing that. Um, and that's impressive because a lot of games they don't have that. On the flip side, there's of things to consider is that the game was released too early, in my opinion, and it has been a roller coaster. It's not there's no continuity. It's ups and downs. It's great. It sucks. It's great. It sucks. It's so take that with a grain of salt. If that's something that you're okay with, then go for it. I'm okay with it. This season so far, in my opinion, sucks, and I think that generally most people agree. It's just not interesting, but it is fresh content. It's fresh content. It is interesting to some degree. I still enjoy it. I don't enjoy it as much as season two. Um, I hope that um, I hope that they continue to release stuff and try to appease their players and bringing new content out because I think I'll keep playing it. Um, Another factor to consider is right now you have Last Epoch and Path of Exile all releasing within the same time frame here in 2024. So you have options, right? Do you think that Last Epoch or Path of Exile is better than D4? I'm not sure. I haven't played either of those. Um, I'm sure they're amazing games, and it's your opinion, I guess. I'm not really sure how much Last Epoch is or Path of Exile is to pick up the game. But I know Diablo 4 is roughly $40 right now, and that's worth it. But you got to consider: would you rather play Last Epoch? Is that better? Is Path of Exile better? It's yeah that you're gonna have to figure out yourself. Another thing to consider is Blizzard announced, I believe in BlizzCon 2023, there's going to be an expansion released late 2024. And typically with expansions, you're going to see a price drop in the original game, right? So, would it be worth picking up Last Epoch and waiting for the expansion to come out when the price drops and you can pick up D4 and the expansion for however much it's going to be? 60, $80 total together. Maybe, I have no idea. I'm just speculating. That's something to consider. Um, there's a lot of promises that the Blizzard team's made and has fallen short on, but there's also a lot of promises that they have said and they delivered. I think the general consensus right now is people are upset and disappointed with how the game is developing. A lot of people are jumping ship, and it's understandable. I think a lot of the big guys, the blasters that just suck up all the content and vacuum suck everything as fast as they can. Those types of gamers are going to run into a brick wall pretty quickly in this game because there's a lack of in-game content. And yes, it's fun for the first few times to level up to 100, but if you're doing it over and over and over again, you're grinding and grinding and grinding for what? There's nothing to show for on the end game. So in that aspect, I can see why people are not enjoying the game. And if that's your playstyle, then think about that. I would say maybe Diablo 4 isn't ready for you to play. Um, but maybe it will be down the road. I so kind of to conclude everything here. I feel that Diablo 4 is still in its very early stages, and as Blizzard said, that this is a long-term project for them. It hasn't even been a year since the release, and it's been a rocky start. There's been ups and downs, but I think that the D4 team is slowly figuring it out. And I think that at some point, hopefully soon, they'll realize okay, this worked, this didn't work. This worked, this didn't work. So let's take out the this didn't work and focus on the this worked. And when we continue on our updates and seasonal content, let's focus on the things that people liked generally and continue to produce stuff like that. And it's a trial and error, and unfortunately, this is how the game is currently. It's we're almost um, glorified beta testers at this point, but that's how it is. And I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll figure it out, and I think it's gonna be worth it. Um, Whether you think you should pick this game up now or wait for it, do your research. Um, as a casual player, I think pick it up. I think you'd enjoy it. As a hardcore player, maybe check out Last Epoch. With that said, I'm gonna keep continually playing this game because I am a Diablo fan. I love Diablo 2, and even though this isn't quite like Diablo 2, it's very fun. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my rant, my discussion. Um, Let me know if you have any opinions and thoughts. Where do you think Diablo 4 is going? Thanks.